In this video on effective presentations, we'll be talking about purposeful practice and the power of feedback. You can practice the wrong thing 10,000 times and it's still wrong. Practice needs to be directed and targeted and focused. Improvement in any complex task requires practice. You have to do it. This has a neurological basis. Repetition develops circuits. Look at that picture, the image on the slide. The middle part, the yellow part, that's the circuit which gets developed as we practice a skill. The part around it is the myelin. Now, importantly, as you practice a skill, myelin wraps around that circuit and it strengthens it. This is how people get better at something. They develop or strengthen the myelin around the skill circuit. So, to know what to practice, you need feedback. In your groups, practice and give each other feedback. Try to keep it to a ratio of 3:1. 3 positive comments to 1 constructive comment. The issues you need to focus on are the things that we've covered in this video series: structure, language, body language, voice, visuals. Then, once you get that feedback or you give it, the person who receives it, you or your partner, you practice those things purposefully. If you're told you're speaking too fast, you slow down purposefully. It's called purposeful practice. And what we do in that practice, we operate at the edge of our comfort zone, slightly overreach in order to get improvement. This is a concept from sport called overloading. What can we look at? Okay, let's say you get some feedback that you are monotone. Then in your practice, you overload, you overtone, you overstress keywords and use down stress, but you do it a little bit more than you ordinarily would in order to get better at it. Other issues might be that you're speaking too fast, you're pacing too quickly, or that your voice is wobbly and nervous, or that your visuals are too busy. Each of these things have answers in practice and they're listed there. You might have a lack of dynamics. Purposefully practice gesturing. Try the thumb of power. It's a political thing. It's a nice way of gesturing. Each of those issues has something that you can practice in the other column. Have a look at them, read them, practice them, give feedback on those things. So, some really good resources for you. There's a really good set of information by an academic called Paul Edwards in that PDF link there. Then some really good TEDs to watch, some TED Talks to watch before you speak publicly are listed at that URL there. Megan Washington's talk, it's the second one from the bottom, is inspiring. If you have any sort of interest in any of the things I've talked about in terms of chunking, memorization, purposeful practice, these 4 books are fantastic. They're very interesting reads. To finish up, I want you to write down 2 things you remember, the takeaway messages from these series of videos you've watched. I also want you to write down 2 things you're going to do. This is my call to action for you. 2 things that you remember, 2 things you're going to do next time you speak publicly. All the best in presenting and presenting for an audience. It's a nerve-wracking thing, but with purposeful practice, you can make it something you actually enjoy. For more academic skills resources, go to our website. For more videos in this series, go to our YouTube channel.